What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today I'm going to revisit Lord of the Rings. We're going to do a draft booster box opening, and actually this will be the first Lord of the Rings draft booster box I've opened up on channel. I've done a few set boxes, I've done a few collector boxes, but I hadn't done any of the draft boosters yet. And so I've been kind of like waiting to queue one of these boxes up, a Lord of the Rings box, and I wanted to revisit it. But I was waiting for the banned and restricted list to get updated to see what was going to be on it, if anything. And the reason for that is that while I know that Bowmaster and the One Ring see a fair amount of Commander play, they also see a lot of Modern play. Enough to the point where there was some thought or some concern, or call it whatever you want, that they might, one or both of them might actually catch a ban in Modern. And, you know, if we're taking the two most valuable cards from this set and then they get banned in a format where they're seeing play in multiple decks as 2 to 4 copies of, that definitely would have had an impact on the expected value of a box. Not to say that you're guaranteed to pull one, but certainly it takes, you know, 2 cards that have quite a bit of value to them, and dropping those, you know, by a substantial amount would have impacted the EV. All right, well, that's enough of that. I'm excited about revisiting Lord of the Rings. Hopefully we pull something cool. I would love to pull one or both of those cards, but we'll see what happens. With that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in, and let's crack some packs. So as of the filming of this video, the draft booster boxes of Lord of the Rings can be obtained for about $150. The set booster boxes I still think are holding right around like $170, $175, somewhere around there. Collector boxes still holding up in the upper threes. So very interesting. As I mentioned already, the 2 most valuable cards from this set at current are the One Ring and Orcish Bowmasters. I think Ring is right around $50, $55, and Bowmaster's really right around $42 or so. It's crazy. We're going to go ahead and do the box topper first. Let's see if I can't peel this bad boy off. I'm not even going to make you wait for it. Hopefully we get something good, but let's see how we set the tone for this box opening. Oh my gosh. Of course. Come on. All right. Anything good? And no. Sword of the Animist. I mean, it's okay. It's just also got reprinted in Commander Masters, so now it's even less valuable. And I also don't really understand why I don't understand the picture. It's a sword. Why do I have a hand in front of me? It's not a bad card. It's obviously a very good card. It's certainly just not one of your top-end box topper pulls. All right. Now we're going to need some help right off the bat, because you want some value from the box topper. It doesn't always happen. Here we go. Let's jump on in. Other cards. You know, what's crazy is there's an artifact from this deck from this set that I really like, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be any good or not, and it actually is. So we start off with Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Actually, kind of a card that I kind of like. I don't think it has a lot of value to it, but it is a card I like, so I'm going to throw it up top. Elrond, Lorith, The pricing has calmed down on this set. There's still some pretty good value in it, but we're definitely not seeing the quite the singles prices that we saw for the first 3 or so weeks that this set was out. But, you know, there's a Palantir of Orthanc, which is like a mythic artifact that I wasn't really sure if it was going to catch on, but it's actually one of the more valuable cards. What do we have here? Hey, all right. Borderless foil, Last March of the Ents. That's not bad at all. I think the regular version of Last March of the Ents is still holding at around 12, so borderless foil, I mean, it might carry a little premium on that. That is actually a pretty solid pull, though. I don't know. I'm going to guess 15 to 18 would be my guess. I could be wrong about that, but that is a really solid first mythic. We will take that. Borderless foil, Last March of the Ents. Let's go. All right. Frodo, Sauron's Bane after that. Very nice. And some good comments and uncomments after that. Okay, cool. Wow. Really good first mythic pull. We'll take that. I am curious, you know, and we'll find out. Obviously, if we pull one of the 2 big hits, that goes a long way towards, you know, the EV of a box. But I'm curious if there's enough juice in these singles still without either one of those. Rangers of Ithilien as our next rare after that, to carry a box in the absence of one of those 2 big pulls. You know, if you're asking me my preference, I'd rather have one than not have one. But, you know, we'll see what happens otherwise. We have a Borderless Dunlin Crabane. Really good draft card. Really good and limited. All right. Full complement of packs here because it's a draft box, so I'm going to try and make my way through them fairly quickly. I'm probably be skipping the commons and uncommons. Actually, I guess we got to look for Nazguls, huh? Nazguls, let's talk about those in a second. Here we go. So we have Foil Island, sure. Rare. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Orcish Bowmasters. One Orcish Bowmasters, please. Yeah, I think Bowmasters is right around $42 or so, 40, 42, 43 bucks. That is, that's it. That's one of the best pulls there. Huge, 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 huge pull. We'll take that all day long. This box is looking up. Very nice. Oh my gosh, and a Nazgul. All right, so let's have the conversation. So these things got upwards as an uncommon, and granted there are 9 versions of them. These things got up to like 12, 14, 15 bucks a piece at one point. And I was like, there's no way they're going to hold. There's, are they going to, the question for me was whether they were going to stay above 8. And as of the filming of this video, and we are like a pretty good amount of time after release at this point, they're still holding it like $8 to $12. Really not bad at all. Much better than I would have thought. And if that's the case, and we're going to end up averaging 1 or 2 of those per box, that's going to go a long way towards helping the EV of this box. So we have ourselves a borderless foil last March of the Ants. We have ourselves a Orcish Bowmaster and already one Nazgul to go with our sweet, sweet Sword of the Animist. Sword of the Animist. All right, here we go. Next pack. Let's get going. Gloin, Dwarf Emissary. Sure, it's a rare. Faramir, Friendly Rivalry. Improvised Club. Great. Interesting. All right. Love, what's funny is I really wasn't sure how I would feel about the Tempt of the Ring mechanic pre-release. Ooh, Tentacle token. Don't see those too often. And it's actually a pretty cool mechanic. I like, oh my god, what? What is going on here? So another borderless last March of the Ants. And again, the regular copy is around $12. I don't think the borderless is carrying much of a premium. I'd say it's probably still also around $12. But to have double last March of the Ants, it's not a throwaway Mythic. That's a $12 card and a really good card, honestly. So this box is doing some stuff here. Okay, all right. Greyhaven, Storm on the white. Sure. And yeah. Wow, go Lord of the Rings, huh? Okay. The Nazgul thing surprised me. I wasn't sure that they were going to continue to hold above, $7 or so, and for them to still be hanging around $8 to $12, depending on which version, and I have no idea which one's which. Foil Voracious Fellbeast, nice. Good foil uncommon. Mythic after that is the Watcher in the Water. That's not a high-end Mythic, so can't win them all. We do have 2 borderless last March of the Ants, one of them foil so far, and one of them also being, and then we have a Bowmaster as well, so no real complaints, but that's not one of the high-end Mythics. Ooh, Lorien Revealed. I'm not sure if this is still the case, but this was like a $3 common at one point, because it is now seeing modern play as well. Pretty good. All right, what do we want to do here? Sure. Yeah, put those right there. Okay, Showcase, Borderless. All right, we got it. Also, of note, 3 Mythics, and we're in the first column of the box. Huh. Go draft boxes, huh? Interesting. All right, here we go. Island, sure. Samwise. Actually, Samwise was seeing some modern play as well. Gollum, Patient Plotter, Bitter Downfall. Yep. Yeah, so, finishing up the Nazgul portion of things, if these boxes are going to carry, because they are uncommons, an average of, at least 1, but maybe even 2 per box, that's not bad. Pippin's Bravery in the borderless, and a Troll after that. So I mentioned, the Palantir of Orthanc. That's actually a really cool card. I think it started out at like $7. And I was like, it's a really weird niche artifact. I don't know. And that thing's climbed up to like $15 at this point. King of the Oathbreakers. Actually a really cool card. Something I would love to build around. Not going to be like a big value hit, but that is actually a pretty sweet card. Fiery Inscription, also an uncommon I like. You may not pass. You cannot pass. You will not pass. You shall not pass. All right. Enough of that. And yeah, Lorien of the Reveal being a $3 common, that's pretty sweet. And maybe it's down a little bit now. Maybe it's only like $1 or 2 now, but as a common, pretty good. Rare, hey, nice. Minas Tirith, very nice. One of the land cycle. This might be one of the only ones that actually carries any value, so we will take that. We'll take that all day. Old Man Willow, Quick Beam. Pretty good. All right, well, since we've already pulled Bowmasters, right, and since we acknowledge that the ring is the other big pull, what are some of the other things I would like to pull? I would like to pull the Delighted Halfling, also seeing modern play, and I think still hanging on right around $12 or so. Pretty good pull. That is at the rare level. That is probably one of the best rares, if not, I think it's, Bowmasters is easily the best rare hit, right, by a long... Hey, Horn of Gondor. This thing is deadly and limited. It's It's really, really tough to beat once he gets going. That is a pretty sweet pull. Not a big value pull, but again, really good and limited. Shadowfax, yeah. Okay. Sam's Desperate Rescue, and then a Knights of Dol Amaranth as the borderless card. So, yeah, wouldn't mind pulling a Delighted Halfling as probably the second best rare. What else is there? Kind of starts to drop off. Mithril Coat is actually another good artifact. It's a good equipment. I think it's still holding at like $8 as well. Here we go. War Beast of Gorgoroth as a foil common. Rare is a Ballad Barad-dûr. I could say words. I actually kind of like this one. It's a little on the slow side, but it's still a really cool land that I think might eventually catch on a little as well. Maybe not in Constructed, but certainly in Commander. Rosy Cotton as a borderless uncommon. Nice. All right. Cool. You know, and what's interesting is I need to give credit to, that was our end of our first column, and we are doing quite well. I mean, the Bowmaster, 1 Nazgul, double last March. We are doing just fine. Just fine. Okay. Do I have room to make 2 columns? I think I do. Rosy Cotton's not a hit. Fumbling around. My apologies. Sure. There we go. Okay. You know, I wasn't sure how impactful Lord of the Rings really would be when the set was being previewed, and I will say I was kind of wrong. It's definitely more impactful than I thought. All right, Plains. Rare is a Shagrat Loot Bearer after that. Okay. Grond the Gatebreaker. Nice. Foray. Yep, pretty good uncommon. Smite the Deathless. Really good uncommon, or really good common. Oh, and Mirkwood Bats. Also a really good common. And Lord of the Rings ended up having more impact than I would have imagined. I've already rattled off 3 or 4 cards. Modern is a high-powered format, and I already rattled off a bunch of cards that have really shook up that meta and are seeing play. Peregrine Took after that is a foil common. Rare is a Lost Isle Calling. After that, a Tale of something or other. Sagas. Sagas become a real thing. That's another thing is Tom Bombadil was like, hey, I like sagas, and then sagas from all across previous sagas all shot up. Smeagol, the Helpful Guide in the showcase version. Not going to be a big value pull, but that's kind of a cool rare. Another Peregrine Took, Oath of the Grey Ghost, Strider, Lash of the Balrog as a borderless common after that. Okay, we're approaching the halfway through the box. We have cooled down as I kind of expected. It would be tough to keep up the pace that we started this box with. But overall, still think we're doing pretty well. Forge Anew, also a rare I really like. I see it as kind of like a one of in like Hammer Time Modern decks, so it is a good solid rare. We'll take that. Rising of the Day, borderless uncommon after that. Another Lorien Revealed, pretty good. Pretty good. I actually think those foil Lorien Reveals made their way up all the way as far as like $5 at one point. Not bad for a common, huh? All right, so we are on 3 Mythic still. We started off very, very hot. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Okay. All right, I see you, box. Delighted Halfling. Yeah, a rare that I was really excited about. Actually, I think this completes a playset for me, which even makes me even happier. That's great. And that is, we now have the 2 most valuable rares in the set, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very nice. Legolas, long list of the Ents. Pretty good. Well, all right. Good decision on this Lord of the Rings box, huh? And again, I mentioned, at the top of the video that I was Lord of the Rings with Bowmasters and the One Ring. Ooh, Faramir. So we have a foil rare. It is Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. Kind of a good card. Not like a super sweet card, but, it's a nice foil rare. Mythic after that. What do we have? Saruman of Many Colors. Not like a huge hitter. I know some people threw this guy into some decks and have built some decks around him, but as far as value is concerned, not going to be one of your big hitters at Mythic. But Saruman of Many Colors, it is a Mythic nonetheless. Gothmog after that. Gandalf after that in the showcase. Nasty End, also a pretty good borderless common. Very nice. Yeah, so no doubt Lord of the Rings has left its mark. And as I mentioned, I was waiting to see if with the banned and restricted list update, there was some real chatter around whether Bowmasters or the One Ring would catch a ban based off of their percentage of play. Display of power, nice. Prince Imrahil the Fair, Butterbur, sure, why not? And I think I saw the Bill the Pony. Oliphant, also seeing modern play as one of the cyclers in Living End, along with the green forest cycler. I can't remember, it's an Ent. Can't remember the name of the card offhand. But yeah, a lot more impactful on construction than I really would have imagined up front. Rare, the Balrog Durin's Bane. That is a 7/7. That is a big old beefy 7-drop. If this were a battle, that would be really something. Otherwise, I don't think it's, unfortunately, not big value there. Okay, all right. Approaching the end of column number 2. We're trucking right along here. And, regardless of how the rest of this box turns out, I'm already quite happy. I mean, the Bowmasters and the Delighted Halfling, very nice pulls. Revive the Shire. Good common. Rare after that is a Horn of the Mark. And I need to make some room here because I'm about to knock over some piles. No one cares about the lands. We'll do that. All right. Sorry about that. Dead air. Whatever. Samwise the Stout-Hearted after that. Sure. Sauron's Trickery. Nice. Okay. Whoa. All right. Yeah, I got to be pretty happy with this box almost regardless at this point, right? Anything we get would be great at this point. I wouldn't mind seeing the Sauron Mythic. Can't remember which one it is offhand. Well, or we can just pull the artifact I was referencing earlier. Very nice. Palantir of Orthanc. That is a pretty good card, and also like a pretty good value hit as well. I think this is around $15, $16. Not a nothing burger. That is a sweet Mythic. It's awesome that it sees play, because I really liked that card when I first read it, too. Makes me happy. All right. Oh, Generous End. There's the card. There's the cycler that's seeing play in Living End. 2. We're at 5 Mythics now. 3 of them are certifiedly great, or at least really good. We're doing just about as well as you could hope for. Hey, Galadriel. Nice. Beautiful art. Looks really good in the foil, too. Kind of a sweet borderless card. We'll take that. I don't know, value-wise, I'm not quite sure if it's carrying the $3 threshold. I'm still going to throw it up top. Yeah, short of the One Ring, I believe we are doing probably just about as well as you could hope for. Last pack of the middle column. All right. Foil common action. Rare is the Ring Goes South. And Golem's Bite. Sure. Sauron of the White again. Okay, very nice. Into the last column we go. Gotta feel pretty good about things right now. Again, I think at this point, shy of the One Ring, I think we've hit probably like the next 4 or 5 most valuable cards in the set. Because I think it's Bowmasters, Palantir, Last March. Ooh, Rivendell, borderless Rivendell. That's neat. Not going to be a huge value. The lands really aren't carrying a substantial amount of value, but I think it's neat, and I think the borderless art is really beautiful, so I'll take it. Legolas, Counter of Kills in the showcase. Okay, all right. Yeah, and mention, Bowmasters, Palantir, Last March, Delighted, Nazgul. I mean, we've hit all the stuff at the top of this set. So regardless, we are feeling good about things. Here we go. Rare is Smeagol, Helpful Guide again. Rising of the Day, sure. One more Nazgul would be great, because that'd be, an extra $10 or so towards the value of this box. But, as I mentioned, feeling pretty good about things overall. Not sure what these draft boxes typically turn out in terms of mythics. My guess would be around 5 or 6, so we're probably at box average at the very least. Foil common is a Dunlin Crebain. Rare is an Isildur Fateful Strike. Really interesting card. It is really expensive as a removal spell, but it's also a legendary instant, and I find the use of legendary on an instant to be quite interesting. So, kind of neat. Not value, but cool. Grima for like the third time. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Another Shadowfax. Another Lorien revealed, which I will gladly take. Another Mirkwood Bats. Also, I will gladly take. Really, really good common. Okay. Uncommon Erkenbrand. Mythic is a Arwen, Mortal Queen. Really, really good card in Limited. Also, just kind of a cool, under-the-radar Mythic. Probably not going to see a lot of play. Not a huge value right now, but I still think it's a really good card. So, I will take that. Beautiful Arwen. Very nice. Long list. All right. Shire Sheriff as a borderless uncommon. Bill Fernie. Okay. Cool. And that does give us 6 Mythics, so I would say at the very least we are at box average, although I'm not quite sure what to make of the borderless foil Mythic. We really count that as one that's normally going to be on a print sheet, right? Here we go. Rare, Fall of Care Andros. Actually, an enchantment I kind of like, so I'm going to throw that up top. Again, not going to be like a valuable hit, but that's okay. Stern Scolding, actually a quality uncommon. Cool. Honestly, I think I've hit pretty much everything I could ask for. You know, if we're going to get super greedy, of course, give me a ring. But seriously, Mithril Coat would be great. Hey, Boromir. Nice. Actually, Boromir is kind of a cool card as well. 3/3 human soldier, so he fits into a couple different deck types right there. Humans and soldiers, and he does some stuff. I like that card. I'm going to throw that up top. Samwise the Stout-Hearted in the showcase this time. Okay. Hey, and a borderless Mirkwood Bats. We will take that as well. Very cool, borderless, very good common. Just in general. Bombadil's Song after that, which I'm throwing in the wrong pile. Looks like we have about 6 packs left or so. All right. Rare is a Faramir. We've seen one of those already. Gothmog for like the 3rd or 4th time. Sure. Bilbo Retired Burglar. Pretty good card in its own right. Another Crabane as well. Okay. Spiteful Banditry. That's another card. That's a Mythic, but it's another card I really, really like. And I think it's only question mark about $7. Sauron's Ransom. This card had a nice little rise as well. I think it still sits at around $3 or $4. So not, as far as value is concerned, not a bad way to go. We will definitely take that. Gimli after that. Stew the Conies. Mouth of Sauron. Very nice. Okay. 4 packs left. Any other juice left in this box? Foil common is a Willow Wind. Rare is a Sharky, Tyrant of the Shire. Okay. March from the Blackgate, really good uncommon and limited. Reprieve also sees a little bit of play as well, a little constructed play. Pretty good uncommon. 3 packs left. Foil rare. Hey, nice. Foil borderless Lost Isle Calling. I don't think this is going to be like a mega hit. In fact, it might not be a hit at all, but I cannot dispute that I love the foiling on it. I love the artwork on it. I think it really, really works. So, cool art. Love it. I'll take it. Legolas Master Archer after that. Really, really nice. So that is a borderless rare Legolas Master Archer. Cool card. Not going to be like a big value, but that's okay. Golem's Bite. Gwahir. Cool. Well, got some nice hits at the end as well as far as like sweet playable, sweet art cards. Oh, nice. Smaug token. Rare is a Press the Enemy. Actually, a card I kind of like. Not value, but that's still a card I actually... Like I said, I think that's a card that I try to jam in some decks. Voracious Fellbeast. Ugluk. Okay, looks like we have a borderless card back here. It's Many Partings. It's a borderless common. We are down to our last pack. Not quite sure I could really ask for anything else. Hey, another Smaug token. I'll take that as well. I actually don't have too many of those tokens. Swamp. Oh, we have a Mythic, though. Oh, it's Mount Doom. Okay, cool. Not going to be a big hitter. Actually, probably still in like the $5 to $6 range, though. But I actually really haven't pulled any of these, so cool. I have a couple of decks I can definitely jam these in, so I'm actually happy to have a copy. Very, very nice, and that's actually a really good way to end the box as well. Another Mythic that does give us 7 in total, and that kind of answers my question on the borderless, also borderless foil. All right, we did end on 1 Nazgul, which was interesting because we pulled one pretty early, but, 1 per 2 per box I think is what you're going to be looking for. All right, so how did we do? Let's talk about this real quick. Box price is going to end up being is $150 plus tax, so we'll see what it looks like there, but without pulling the One Ring, and without pulling a mega box topper, hitting Orcish Bowmasters, Delighted Halflings, double March of the Ants, Palantir of Orthanc, Mount Doom, 1 Nazgul, and a couple other really nice playable cards. I feel very, very good about this box. I am quite pleased with it. That is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all so much, and be well.